Okay, so hopefully we're all set up and you've got Bounce Metronome, or you're using one of the videos on YouTube, and do let me know if you have any particular videos you want. And so now to describe the technique. So the basic technique is quite simple, and I think there's something like this in archery, but I haven't been able to find anything with Google search. So if any of you watching this, if any of you are archers, do let me know if you know about it, or if you know about this. I think also dart playing and so forth. So the way I understood it is that that if you want to hit the bullseye, then, and you've got say 3 arrows, and you want to hit the bullseye with one of those arrows, then what you might do is that you play either to one side or above the target to start with, and then you can then play on the other side, and then having got the measure of it from those 2 sides, then you can hit precisely in the bullseye with your third and final arrow. So perhaps if any of you archers, you can correct me about that. But anyway, however it actually works in archery, it is a very good analogy, because that's what it feels like, and that's what we're going to be doing. That's how we're going to do the vanishing click. So we're going to play first before the beat and after the beat. The order doesn't matter which way you do it, and then finally we're going to hit the beat. And it's not just that you can simply play just before. Let's hit a little bit. Oh, no, let's do that speed. That's quite easy to do, and don't worry about either position or staying the same distance ahead or anything like that. Just play before every beat. Let's just start with it, just feel how relaxed it can be. You might drift around a bit. Maybe sometimes you hit exactly whatever. It really doesn't matter. So to just get the idea of playing before the beat, and to hear where you are relative to the beat, and also to playing after the beat. And the thing you want to develop is the idea that at any moment, if I want to play before the beat I can, if I want to play after the beat I can. So I just want to play before the beat, so there I am before. And I want to play after the beat. And I want to play before. And, without being precise about it, just have the feeling that any time, if you want to play before you can, if you want to play after the beat, you can. After the click. And you can do then things like you play a few times before, then you have a little gap, I'm not being too precise here, I'm just not worrying about the position. So that's the first thing, like sort of very relaxed, easy thing to do. And having done that, having got measured both sides, now you can just try hitting the click. Why not? And see if you hit it exactly. You might find you do. You might find you don't. It's okay. Again, that's not very important. So this is the first exercise. And having done that, and just something I want to say. This is inevitably going to sound like a music lesson, because I'm presenting things in a logical order, but I'm not presenting this as a music teacher, because I'm not a music teacher. So these are more like ideas that you can take and incorporate as you like in your practice. And if you want actual music lesson type approach, then you can find them in the books. So anyway, so keep on going. So this is one of the things you can do. And now let's, as we get closer, then the idea is to come as close as you possibly can to the beat. Of course, any of these things, chances are that you may be doing this. I'm just going to do it for a few measures, but you may be doing quite a few measures. You may do, I don't know how it works when you turn this into practicing ideas about how you're going to practice with it. And so, and now as you get close to the metronome click, one thing that begins to happen is that you're not. It takes a little moment to understand, to hear which side of the click you are. So it might be just a little bit of extra thought needed to work out which side of the click you are. You want that to be absolutely instantaneous, that you have no hesitation in knowing which side you are of the click as you get close to it. So one thing that I find is really helpful there is to think in terms of an echo. So because we're all used to echoes, and echo, so there's a sound coming after a short delay. So if you play so that if you are behind the metronome click, then you are the echo, and if the metronome is the echo, then you are ahead of the metronome click. So we try that. So I'm an echo of the metronome, right? That means that I'm behind the metronome click. Now the metronome is the echo. That means I'm ahead of the click. So having got used to that, then the next thing to do is to go as close to the click as you can, but still totally relaxed, without so as close as it's really easy to go, and try and go really close to the click. But still like an echo. And then the other way. And having done that, again you can have another shot and see if you can hit the click once you've got the bearing. And you might find that you're a little bit closer now than you were before. And again, it doesn't really matter because we're going to keep getting closer and closer as we go through these exercises. So that is like the next exercise. So that is the echo. So that will get you pretty close to bearing the click, but we can actually go much closer. But before going to the next stage, going much closer, I think it might be worth talking a little bit about what it is that makes it difficult. So what is it that is resisting us from just being able to hit the click exactly, and particularly why the percussionist. It's easily understandable to start with that you have this vanishing click, so if it vanishes, that obviously isn't going to make it too easy anyway. But since, especially as we're getting really close, I think it's good to start understanding, why, and because we want to turn it around.